Today on this episode of Game Yap, we discuss Nintendo making a new VR headset. Is Silent Hill 2 any good? And is it bowls or balls? Find out in our podcast now.
Let us begin with the first ever podcast episode. Thank you very much for joining us today. I was going to say, who's going to introduce each other first? So, Javed, we should start off saying this is the first episode of something that may have multiple. It may have multiple. It may just be this. Who knows?
We're going to stick to it. We're going to do this every week.
I hope we do. I really hope we do. We've got some cool ideas. But to be fair, so we've already talked about it, but these first episodes will be on your channel to begin with. So you may as well introduce yourself first to the people.
Hello, I'm Tigress. I usually do VR stuff, but here I am entertaining the ugly bartender with this podcast.
I was going to say...
Did I say your name right?
I was going to say you did. But the thing is, though, I guarantee you are going to forget that I'm UB. So you can use my code name, which is Trem, which is actually means... It means... What should it mean? The rugged E-man. There you go. That works, is it?
You have a literal meaning for your actual name.
That is it. The rugged E-man.
The rugged E-man. I mean, I've always called you Trem, so it's easier for me.
It is. And I am, as Tiggy just mentioned, ugly bartender, also known as Trem. And kind of just go into, to be honest with you, like what we both do. So yeah, I usually do. I've recently been focusing on nerdy culture in general, doing a couple of videos. They are
recently.
I was going to say, we've been doing it. Well, since I was a boy. No, but like I've been a nerd since probably 3 years old when I could pick up a controller. Like ever since then, I think my first console was a PS1. Like absolutely love that. Like that was just the console, and I've also been a PlayStation fanboy since then. Spyro the Dragon, again, we've talked about before. I'm still waiting for that fourth game to get announced. It's never going to.
Obsessed.
I am obsessed, but
it's not gonna happen, bro.
It will. They said they made the website purple. Why would they do that if it's not gonna make the next game?
It's clutching at straws over here.
I really am. But yeah, I am TLDR gamer. I've been playing games for 24 years. I'm probably, I don't know, who's the bigger gamer out of us two, would you say?
I don't know, because mine's more specific.
Yes.
You're definitely the bigger nerd, I would say. Like, mine's 90% VR now. You know all the pop culture stuff and everything, whereas I just like Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah, I have a lot of generic. I think that's because I've delved into every single thing you can delve into, whether it be anime, comics, manga, like video games, movies. Like, I've just gone into culture in general. Like that's the thing. I'm an all-rounder, but meanwhile, I don't think I know anyone else who knows more about VR than you do.
Yeah, true. I am actually sweaty when it comes to VR.
Both literally and figuratively sometimes.
Yeah, literally. Gotta have a bath after every session, you know?
Lies.
I have to.
I do. She does.
You should see the state of my floor right now with VR headsets. It's ridiculous. I mean, I know you can see it. You've already called me out on it once.
We do have to acknowledge the absolute state of the floor right now with the dressing gown, the one singular weight, which I do actually appreciate. Like the idea
I love that you can tell that that's a dressing gown. It could have been anything. It could have been a blanket. How could you tell?
That is a dressing gown. There's absolutely dressing gown energy. I love it. I do. I'm a big fan.
To weigh down the green screen.
That's weighing down the green screen. Oh, the weight is. Oh.
Yeah, the weight. Yeah, not the nightgown.
I was going to say the dressing gown. That is an interesting thing to...
No, do you think I do any exercise outside of VR? That weight is not for exercise. That's for weighing
true.
Down.
That is true. I love the idea, though. You could have bought like something that is not a weight that could be like aesthetically more pleasing, but you just bought a weight.
Green.
Or something green, yeah, so you can't actually even see it.
See. Yeah.
just go outside and spray paint it. Just like have a quick spray paint. Just have a spray paint.
I might, because I'll have leftover paint for when I paint the walls green, so.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, to be fair, we have...
It's going to happen.
you have mentioned you're going to be doing some very cool things. You may as well talk about it a little, actually, because I don't. Have you told people what you're actually working on?
I did tell people about the whole new studio that I was getting, and I was going to paint it all green, but then it got delayed, and now I feel bad that I told people about it because I was like, I'm going to do a series on it. I'm going to build my whole VR setup from scratch. I'm going to do tutorials, and then the building work got delayed, and I was like, oh, well, I feel bad now because now everyone has to wait for the tutorials. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, you can't even give a date at the moment, can you, for when it might actually happen?
I don't even know. They told us 2 days ago up to 8 more weeks.
Jesus. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's a 20. So let's just say that's a 2025 project. You never know. New year,
early 2025.
New year, new studio.
Studio. It's gonna be so good. Imagine the dumb stuff I can do in a giant studio.
I can't wait. I was gonna say like. I was going to say, do you have any plans for next year? But I know you. That's like...
I don't plan. Plans find me.
The plans
Although
will
I have a calendar now.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I have a calendar now. Remember how you used to ask me, like, are you free? And I'd be like, I don't think so. Now I know. Now I can look and I can see what I'm doing on that day.
I'm actually so proud of you. You've come leaps and bounds. And that's why...
Thursday. We're going to the Mario event. It's in the calendar.
I am so excited for that. And I think we both... Well, we can talk about it a little, can't we? Actually, it's your event. You can talk about it a bit more, a little.
What is the game? Super Mario Jamboree? Is it something like
Super Mario Party Jamboree. I'm actually... Jamboree. I'm actually... I've released a short today about it because it's...
Really?
Yeah. It's basically, it's the third... It's the TV. This is going to be talking about later on, but may as well talk about it now because this is what we're very excited about. Pretty much, this game is coming out Thursday, 17th of October. It's the third Super Mario Party game that they've put on the Switch. So the first one was Super Mario Party, which was a bit strange because so all the stars were not 20 anymore; they were 10. So they were really easy to get, and then everyone had a unique dice, which made it so like some characters were just better. Like so, if you're playing the game and you have like competitive play kind of thing because you have like people who are just like, well, I want to be Rosalina because she has like 3 8s on her dice, and it's like, well,
wow, what? That's broken. I didn't even realize that. I'm gonna play her next time. That's the one that we have, the one that we always play.
It's so. It's still a Mario Party. I mean, we've played. I think that is the first time we ever actually hung out outside of work. We played Mario Party. I'm pretty sure.
Where did we play it?
Pixel Bar.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. But probably. I feel like it was like after work or something.
Yes, I think it was. It might have been one of our streams at the time. As you've heard, that's an origin story again. That's how me and Tiggy met, was during TikTok streaming, which we both just kind of vibed. And then we went to a Pixel Bar one time. And then turned out we're both Yappers. That's pretty much it.
Yappers and gamers. And here we are now, like, how many years later? Like 2?
2 at this point. Yeah. I just realised, is that the name of the podcast? Yappers and Gamers?
It could be.
That is
could be the line.
That could be the line. To be fair, you've given... That is a brilliant line, and it kind of suits us both very well. So, yeah, I think that's it. But going back to Super Mario Party Jamboree, to be fair, sorry, I went off track a bit then.
Not like you at all.
No, not like me at all. I'm definitely not someone who can go off track and isn't terrible for a podcast. But it's the third one in the series right now, and this one has 4-player co-op as usual, like any Mario Party game. It's got pro rules now. So pro rules is getting rid of the randomness. So like people always complain about Mario Party being too random.
Oh yeah, it's complete RNG, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So they've actually got a mode now where the RNG is turned down completely.
Oh my god, try hard mode. That's crazy.
It's exactly that, though. It's absolutely try-hard mode, which is actually, it's pretty good because there are some people who will take it too seriously. Like, they do take Mario Party too seriously. So it's good they have that mode. But obviously, they've also got kind of like almost Battle Royale mode. It looks like a Battle Royale mode where there's 20 of you playing mini-games.
Wow. Like, is it like 20 online? Like... online multiplayer? Yeah,
so it's about like 20 people like competing with each other, and then every time you finish a mini game, you get I think for the time you complete it or you do something else, like you get like faster in a sprint or something, and then the person who is the fastest kind of wins.
That's going to be good, because there's more than 4 of us, isn't there, when we're going to play at the weekend, whenever it is we're going to play?
Yes. Yes.
But could you have more than 4 people, like couch co-oping, like, you know?
I'm not too sure. I don't think the only Mario Party I know has done that is the one that we've discussed before, which was the first one when you could have partners.
I was going to say, I swear. Yeah. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I swear I remember playing with more than 4 people on that.
Yeah, I can absolutely see. I was also going to say, so the new thing about the new Mario Party, so they may have got an absolute pro mode, which is, again, great for people who really love it. They've also added now, though, you can find a partner in the actual map, and they'll stick with you for a bit. But if this partner is in the game with you, if you land on a star, you can buy 2 stars now, and you get 2 dice rolls because of it.
Okay.
And that means, and also the way you can steal it is if you just literally walk past them.
What?
Yeah, so let's say I am 2 spaces away from the star and you are 5 away, and then all of a sudden you roll a 6. You could just nick my partner.
You just yoink it.
Yeah, and then get 2 stars.
That's kind of funny, actually.
It is. I'm very much looking forward to it, and obviously we get to try it out tomorrow at the Nintendo event, which is very, very cool.
They should have done the Nintendo event like a day before it came out, so we could like have like a day of exclusivity or something. Play it a day before. Normally you can, like normally they give you little sneaky peekies before they're out. I know the Princess Peach event was like that. But this is like on the actual release days, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's because, I don't know what it is about Mario Party. I think like, it's weird, isn't it? Because it's not like, it's not a story or anything. There's no story in this game. It is literally a game designed for friends. Like you bring a couple of friends around and get that kind of thing. So maybe that's why they've not released it a bit earlier, because they don't really need to, essentially. I don't know.
But they could have invited us a week early, and then we could have made videos about it to push it before release. There you go.
Oh, absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that. I would have loved to play it a week early and get that exclusive content.
Yeah. And we can boast to our friends.
And we get bragging rights. That is it. We get bragging rights.
I know. I'm really good at that. Hey guys, guess what I got in the post today?
So you bet that is very the thing. Can you mention the recent thing you got in the post? That is very cool.
Which one?
Which one? I know. All right, money bags.
No, I actually don't know which one.
It is the big one. The one that was left outside
the big
house.
Size.
Yes.
Oh, the VR treadmill. Yeah. I can talk about that. That's been out a while. That actually, the cat VR treadmill. I am mustering up the courage to put it together because the box is huge. But imagine me just running around on the spot in my room, looking like a maniac. It's gonna make some funny content, I think.
I was gonna say I can't imagine you actually running to begin with. So this is.
What do you mean? VR fitness, once a week.
Once a week. I remember a video saying it was once every day. So that's interesting
Yeah. That was a one-off. That was a fitness challenge. That definitely wasn't all recorded within half an hour of itself.
No, absolutely not. Definitely not. Could not have been that.
6 days a week, I'm sat here editing. One day, I do my VR exercise.
I think that's fair. To be fair, you do it for like, what, 3 hours as well?
Yeah, well, more because I usually record a bit before it. I record a bit and then I live stream.
So that's why.
So more.
Yeah,
that's why I'm always knackered at the end of the like 1 a.m. I'm like, okay, I need to go to bed now.
That's that's like 5 hours though, which is fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like what? Yeah, to be fair, I go gym like 4 or 5 times a week, and that's an hour each time.
That's crazy.
That's not. That's standard.
Crazy.
No, to be fair, the standard gym times is about 3 to 5 times a week. If you're doing 3 to 5 times a week.
5 times a week.
Yeah.
Where do people find time?
Usually they find a gym nearby.
The last video I submitted last night for a sponsorship was at 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I watched TV and went to bed. Like, that's my whole day gone. Where do you get time? I need one of those walking, the treadmill things for under your desk.
Yes, I've actually always really wanted that because I just think like the idea, like if you just, because sometimes when you're answering emails or you're writing scripts, a lot of the time you don't need to be sat down. You could just walk it and just kind of get like half an hour in, 40 minutes in kind of thing.
But then you need one of those desks that goes higher as well.
Yeah, I don't have enough room. I've literally
Otherwise you'd be like looking down like this. You need both. It's too expensive.
You do need both. I think that's the thing. I think like the issue is like if you need that kind of thing, you have an already office, which me and you both don't. But if you do have you have an office kind of right.
I'm getting
now.
there.
You're getting there, but I don't. I literally don't. This is both recording studio and bedroom and
Same.
Entertainment.
There's a double bed over there.
Oh yeah, that is true. There's
a double bed. I just hid it behind the green screen. So it's not really an office. It's my literal, I slept there, just rolled out of bed, you know. And
now we explain why the dressing gown is in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Full circle. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I was going to say, so that's a Mario Party Jamboree, which we've been on. We've discussed it a bit more. We're very excited to play it. We're also going to be playing it with another one of our friends on Sunday, which we're very excited about.
I know. Oh my God, yes. See, you're buying it, so...
I am. I'm actually getting the really cool edition as well. That is on...
What do you mean?
They've got on Nintendo's website, they have the edition that comes with two sweet balls, which is very cool.
Two balls?
Yeah, like balls. Like balls.
Balls?
Bowls. Like sweet balls. Bowls.
Bowls. Like cereal bowls.
Like cereal bowls.
Oh my God, you are definitely saying balls.
I'm not. I'm trying balls. Bowls.
With a W. What the? Oh my God, like, you need to keep this part in the podcast because you're definitely saying balls.
I'm saying balls. Balls. All right, you got me. You got me acting out now. I've literally got no idea.
Balls.
I might have to have some eloquent. Oh, fuck it. Just.
We need to send this part to Mariana and see what they think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're gonna absolutely love this. Oh right, that's it. So it comes with a 3D keyring of a dice, which I always like. I put that on the keys. Star pin set, a pair of snack bowls, a coaster set, and a blanket. So you could, I don't know what the blanket's for. Like the blanket's kind of cute, to be fair. So it's probably like the idea, like you'd sit down on the floor and play this game with like, you know, like your snack bowls and your coasters and stuff. But
Mario Picnic.
That does sound like, I guarantee that's already trademarked, a Mario Picnic. I guarantee it. Oh, absolutely.
You're a sucker for a special edition, aren't you?
I really am. I'm actually, again, another video I'm working on right now is collectibles. I'm doing a video on collectibles because I find them very interesting, and I think everyone has at least one like if you're into nerd or geeky culture, I think everyone has at least one collectible in their household, whether it be a Funko Pop, a minifig, a U2s. Do you know what I mean? I feel like everyone has at least one.
I used to have all mine behind me, but obviously they got all removed when we started moving stuff for the work on the house.
True.
Can't even see my Dragon Ball figurines anymore.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a Dragon Ball fan as well. That actually comes into. We may as well go into our first bit of news, which is it goes beautifully into the first bit of news, which is that 3 games came out last week already. And they've all done really, really well. Honestly, the next 3 weeks of gaming is a bit mad. Like, I feel sorry for anyone, because anyone who wants to actually play these games, Jesus, you're really going to have unlimited money and unlimited time.
Yeah, where do you get the time?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the actual issue so much at the moment, is that all of these games are coming out. I've still not played Baldur's Gate 3. I've got it. I really want to play it. I've just not got time.
Even I've played some of that.
I know. And that is terrible.
Not enough, though. Not enough. I would like to play more of it.
I think that's it. I think there's just so much out right now that it's genuinely impossible to play everything, which it's a good problem to have kind of thing, but then also it's like... one of them.
Maybe it could be a game we play together. It could be. How many players is it? 4?
For Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
I don't think it's co-op, is it? It might be co-op. Is it co-op?
Yeah.
Oh, well then absolutely we'll play that. We could play that together.
Me and Raph were playing it together.
Oh, it is D&D.
Or maybe it's 2-player. I don't know. I swear it's like 4-player.
It would not shock me.
I feel like we should Google this.
We should Google this. We will find out. To be fair, if people are again interested in us playing a couple games, put it down in the comments because maybe do some videos, maybe gaming videos. But
it says co-op. I'm trying to figure out how many 4-player online co-op. There you go. See, I knew something that you didn't about gaming.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
The student becomes the master. Look at that. Look at that.
I can't believe you thought it was single player. Let's go.
I feel like it was single
player. Raph, let's go.
Oh, do you bet that is a vibe? Because it's D&D, isn't it, though? That's why. I was thinking because it's D&D, maybe like, because it's a D&D game, but obviously that makes sense as well, that's co-op. But
we were really bad at it and died really early, so.
Well, I finally started D&D this year for the first time, which was, you know what, it is really fun, but I realised my ADHD be wilding because I can't do the long plays kind of thing.
Yeah. I do feel like it'd be something that you'd like, but yeah, they can go on for a long ass time.
They can. So we started one campaign in May and we've still not finished it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh no, that's that's too much.
That is also balancing. That's the what I mean, because you're balancing adult life and all the rest of it. So it's kind of hard. And we also don't live like not all of us live all over the UK. So we don't, you know what I mean? Like we don't even have like a close thing. We can just like book an evening kind of thing because it would be an entire effort. But
nightmare. I'd be gone. I would lose patience instantly.
You absolutely. I was gonna say, would you ever try D&D?
I've watched it, but I've never like actually played it. I don't think I have the patience for it.
Yeah, I found it is fun. It is generally quite fun. And the short camp, we like I was saying, we did this long campaign for so long. We got bored of it, and we were like, right, we'll just do a one-off. You know what I mean? Like a one-shot that's like 4 or 5 hours. That's still long, but it's like 4 or 5 hours, and that was genuinely so much more fun. Like we got it done in one night. It was. We didn't have to, so we started with characters that were more leveled up as well. What we found out is don't start a character at level 0. Obviously, your character grows and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, great. You literally can't feel like you do anything for like the first 5 hours of playing it, so you kind of need someone who's established.
It's too much of a grind.
Yeah, I'm not about the grind anymore. I'm old.
No, I just want quick fun. Yeah.
That can be seen in more ways than one. Right, so yes, going back to the original TV, I'm just going to start from here. Okay. In the recent news, so 3 games came out last week. That was Metaphor Refantazio, which I made a video on, Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I made a video on, and what you mentioned before, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which I kept on calling Sparkling Zero.
Sparking, yeah.
Is that a Dragon Ball thing, Sparking Zero?
Isn't it just a Japanese thing?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I swear I've heard that before. Have you played the Silent Hill 2 remake?
I have. So yes, so I have played. I'll talk about it a bit later. But I've started playing the game. I absolutely love it. I played the original at my friend's house in his basement about 8 years ago when. Oh my god. We like the original PS2 one on his PS2. Like, it wasn't emulated or anything. It was just on the PS2, and I absolutely loved it. I think it was. And obviously, when Silent Hill 2 came out originally, it was absolutely panned, like, as a horror game. Like, a lot of people were just like, it's not scary, it's not good, And now, if you go on YouTube, like, you'll see, like, 1 million video essays on this game, so...
Yeah, I hear the story's, like, really in-depth or something. Is it on PS5?
It's on PS5 right now and PC.
Oh, so you've played it on PC?
I've played on PS5. You know me, I'm a PS5.
Well, you know what's funny? I literally got an email with a key for Silent Hill 2 yesterday, and I was like, I wonder if Trem has it. But I guess you've already got it.
I have already got it. That is very generous, but I would actually recommend it very much. So, you that's how you kind of got started, isn't it? In originally, like, streaming, you did horror.
I did horror very early on, yeah. I think it was like... just things like Minecraft the first time Minecraft was popular. It was like that kind of stuff first, and then I think it was horror, and then it was shooters, and then it was Smite, and now it's VR.
And now it's VR. Yeah. I was gonna say, do you ever miss horror?
Yeah, you know what? I actually want to do more horror games on VR. I recently did a video on a VR horror escape room.
Yes, I think I saw that.
Creepy as hell. It was only a really short game, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know, escape rooms are just really fun, aren't they?
Yeah, no, I agree. There's so many, like, there was actually a Humble Bundle about 2 months ago that had just all these escape room games in, and I absolutely loved them. They're so much fun.
I love stuff like that. Oh, what was the really good escape rooms?
The
co-op, the 4-player co-op ones.
Is it the one with like the cartoony characters, like? Because there's a few of them. We were here, or what is it called? We were here once, or we were here. But there is literally one that he does.
Yes. Yes. I have played that one as well. I don't think that's the one I was talking about, but I have played that one as well.
Let me see. Escape room game.
I feel like I need to go on my Steam and look.
Is it Escape Simulator? I think it is.
No.
Is it not? That's also the cartoony one that has like, it is literally an escape room.
I'll get back to you.
Get back to me.
But there's a series of them that are really good. Maybe it's VR actually. I think they're in VR. I think they are.
Yes, probably. I've not played as many. I do have a VR headset, but it's downstairs right now.
Is that it? No. Yes. Escape First. Tales of Escape. I think it might be these.
Tales of Escape.
Yeah, because there's all different ones. I feel like it's these. A series of 6-person multiplayer escape room adventures for virtual reality. Why is the reviews mostly negative?
I was going to say, I just went on now and it says mostly negative. All reviews mixed, but recently mostly negative with people saying, what's the reason?
What's happened?
It says, someone just says, boring game, even with friend. Why am I red player floating body?
The first one that came up for me was downvoted, not invented for dumb people. That's not a bad thing. It's supposed to be difficult. Oh well. I enjoyed them, like, I don't know, 4 years ago when I played.
No, there you go. That's it, isn't it? Oh yeah, to be fair, I literally just saw someone's done a video 4 years ago exactly, so that'll be why.
Yeah.
That'll be why. But yes, no, Silent Hill 2 Remake, I absolutely, if you're a horror fan, if you're a psychological horror fan, absolutely do. And it's not even me saying it, so I feel so sorry for Bloober Team, because Bloober Team who made this, they were against the wall. Like, everyone was just like, these guys are going to fuck it up, they're not going to make a good game, because they made Layers of Fear, which I don't mind Layers of Fear. Yeah.
I played that. Yeah, I didn't mind either.
Like, I think it's fine.
It's short, right?
Yeah, it's quite short. And they also made The Medium as well for Xbox, which I never played because it wasn't Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, I don't do Xbox, so.
Yeah, exactly. I used to, but not now. But then, so they did that, and I know the ending was controversial. I remember that. That's all I remember about it, but I never played the game. But, like, it is a horror studio, and everyone was kind of against it, because obviously I still agree. I don't like Konami. I generally don't like. I will never forgive them for cancelling PT with Hideo Kojima, which was.
Oh yes! Oh my god! When I used to play horror games on PlayStation specifically and stream them on PlayStation, that's all anyone ever used to talk about was PT.
Yes, exactly. And to be fair, I still have a PS4 with it on, and the only reason I got is because I just want to make sure this survives. Or I want to make sure.
You still have it.
Yeah, I want to make sure PT survives. Because it was just like, oh my god, it was so good. And then obviously, so yeah, I don't forgive Konami. I do think they're shitty. I do think they're improving though, because in this year they released the Metal Gear Solid Collection, which I know again released and it wasn't great, as in terms of the PC was buggy. But again, you got to get those free games again on modern consoles, which I'm happy about. Silent Hill 2 Remake is fantastic for me. And again, like I was going to say, you don't just have to listen to me for it. The Metascore for it, based on 91 critic reviews, is 86 out of 100. So
why did I hear people like? Weirdly, I was scrolling through TikTok the other day and I saw a girl saying she didn't like it, and then obviously she got loads of hate in the comments because everyone was like, who does like it was just raging at her, and I was like, okay, relax, like it's okay if she doesn't like it, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that kind of made me think like, oh, I don't know, am I not gonna like it?
I think it's just one of them because it's a very dark game, as in terms of psychologically it's a dark game. Like,
which I don't mind, but it's more if there's too much storyline that I don't understand because I've not played the other one.
So it's one of those. It's a self-contained sequel. So you don't need to play Silent Hill. You don't have to know Silent Hill 3 for any of the other games that have come out for Silent Hill. It is a self-contained story of James Sunderland in Silent Hill. And
that's good. I mean, I have a key for it now. I was going to give it to you, but you already have it, so I guess
true.
I'll use it.
I absolutely, honestly, if you even think about doing it on a stream, it is such a good game to stream because it genuinely, it's so creepy. Like there are jump scares in it because obviously it's still a horror game. There's going to be jump scares in it, but the psychological horror of it, like the noises and stuff, it generally does get under your skin, which is I love.
Good. I love creepy shit, but also I'm like just really bad at those type of games, so it's kind of funny to watch at the same time.
Well, did you play the Resident Evil remakes?
Remakes. I've played a lot of Resident Evil games. I couldn't tell you which ones I've played.
It's the second remake with Mr. X when he follows you around the police station.
Yes, I've played that.
Yeah, so it's a bit more like that, to be honest with you, in terms of that. But yeah, the combat
I was good at that one. I knew that big police station building like the back of my hand, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I think everyone by the time I did like 3 playthroughs.
Because the amount of times you have to loop it.
Oh yeah.
Like. Yes.
Yeah.
I've played more games than you think. There you go.
You actually have. You just don't.
Especially in the horror genre.
Yeah, I think the horror genre. I actually do think that's one of my favorite genre of games. I think it's one of my favorite genre movies and games because it's always a bit more experimental horror.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and
I should just give the key to Mariana and traumatize. Here you go, play this, it's really fun.
I don't think they would appreciate that at all.
I don't think it's their kind of game.
No. But yes, basically they released the game, it's really good, and it's got 9.3 out of 10 on the universal acclaim from users.
That's sick,
so it's done really, really well, and I'm really happy for Bloober Team because they genuinely were up against the wall. No one thought they were going to nail it. Everyone thought it was going to be like a 6 out of 10, and they've done a good job. So well done, Bloober Team, and as much as I hate to say it, well done Konami as well for doing stuff. See, they're also releasing apparently the Metal Gear Solid Collection 2, which is finally going to bring Metal Gear Solid 4 off of PS3, where it's been stuck for...
Yeah, literally.
16 years?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's longer than I thought.
That's when I'm pretty sure it was 2008 when Metal Gear Solid 4 released, and it's never been ported, it's never been adapted. So that's been locked on the PS3 for 16 years now.
Crazy.
Indeed. And then the other one, so the other two we will get to the other one because you can talk about Dragon Ball, but it also
Dragon, right? The dragon. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Is that the
Carry
Dragon Ball
on.
rap?
What?
There used to be Dragon Ball raps back in the day.
Oh, okay. Like the Pokemon raps.
Yeah. The other one was Metaphor Refantazio, which is such a Japanese name for a game, and I absolutely love it. Which
I've only heard of through you.
Yes, it's because it's one of my videos again that popped off recently.
That's why I know what it is, because of you.
So this is from the team at Atlas, who I loved Persona 5 remake, not remake, sorry, Reload. Is it Reload or is it called Persona 5? No, it's Persona 5 Golden. I'm thinking of, I've not played.
I thought it was just Persona 5.
They made it so Persona 5's been re-released like 4 times now. It's a bit
really?
Yeah, it's a bit like Street Fighter.
I saw a big stand for it at Gamescom. And it was very popular. Holy crap. There was weebs queuing for 4 hours for that thing.
I think Persona has the most, or I think Atlas in general has the most dedicated fan base of any I've seen in a while. Like they love.
It looks pretty cool, to be fair. I've just never played it.
Yeah. Well, again, it is very impressive because I mentioned this in my video, but Atlas has released 4 games this year that have made it 85 out of 100. Like, that's insane.
Crazy.
Indeedy. But yeah, this one did really well. Again, I can't talk much about it because unfortunately I haven't played it, but I can say videos have done very well, and also it does look good. I also like the theme song that I keep on hearing on TikTok, which is the guy going
Wait, what is that originally from?
That is from Metaphor Refantazio.
No, that sounds so much like an old meme.
It's the and it's like
it sounds like that Chacaron song.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? That's what you sound like.
No, it's not that. It's the.
That's what it sounds
I know it sounds a bit like that, but it's not meant to.
Chacaron. I'm sorry.
And then
That's
finally,
literally what you sounded like.
It
I'm
is.
sorry.
I will concede. And then finally, we have Dragon Ball Sparking !
Sparking.
Zero.
Yes.
So you are the Dragon Ball fan. So you're gonna have to sell this to me because I've never been into Dragon Ball. I'm an anime fan. But I've never been to Dragon Ball.
Let's have a look. What? How can you like anime and not like Dragon Ball?
I never grew up on it. I never grew up on it. Yeah.
What? I'm not even much older than you. What? Did you not watch on Cartoon Network in the evening? Dragon Ball Z?
I was too poor. I was just like poor Rishi Sunak, and we didn't have Sky or Virgin Media. I just had.
What was Cartoon Network a bundle of?
It would have been on Virgin or Sky. I literally had CBBC and CITV, and I think CITV had Pokemon. So I watched Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Like those were the ones that were available to me out of like, you know what I mean, like those kind of animations. Dragon Ball, I was never on, and then because it was never on, never got into it.
It was so good. Yeah, I played the last Dragon Ball game. Don't get me wrong, like I love Dragon Ball. I'm not like huge on the Dragon Ball games or anything, but I did play the last one because it was during my era of just streaming all the big games that came out on PlayStation, and it's a fighting game. Like I don't know. It depends what you like, really.
I mean, I do love a fighting. I am a big.
Well, you like Tekken and stuff, don't you?
I love Tekken. Tekken 8 is one of my.
But not that kind of fighting game.
No, it's an arena fighter.
It's like free
isn't it?
roam. Yeah, well, the one that I played last, anyway, it looks like it's the same. Just looking it up, like it's still got like free roam, like RPG type elements to it, and then there's the little boss fights here and there. You know,
I think that's
dotted
it.
around. I actually weirdly enjoyed it, but. I don't know, this looks kind of similar to me to the last one.
Well, again, that's actually done very well as well. So that's received 82 out of 100 on Metacritic. Again, that's 63 reviews. And 8.8 out of 10 by user scores.
I'm like looking at it now and I'm like, that looks pretty fun actually. I'm a sucker for Dragon Ball, dude. Like, I'm not even into fighting games, but just the fact that it's a Dragon Ball skin, I'm just like, yes.
I think that's anything please. Though. I think once you're a fan of anything, it's just like, I don't care what it is. Like, 'cause I was gonna say as well, apparently it's lore accurate. That's the thing I've heard, is it's lore accurate. So if you play as like one of the Super Saiyans, like the really like powerful ones, like if you play as like a character who is weaker, like canonically, they actually don't do any damage to the actual opponent. Like it is like playing with a handicap.
So that's actually so funny. I like that. That's hilarious.
I saw a meme.
Play as Krillin every match. That probably means nothing to you, but
Krillin. No, I know this. Krillin's the one.
The little bald dude.
He's the one who always dies, isn't he? And they always bring him back to life. That's all I know. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the Magikarp of the.
The Magikarp.
There's a few like that, to be fair.
Yeah, so the meme I've seen is Mr. Saturn going up against, I want to say Broly, the one with the green hair. The one with the green hair in Dragon Ball.
Look, I've watched Dragon Ball Z. I don't know Dragon Ball as well. Who's Mr. Saturn? Oh, him!
Yeah. I love you like him, and I'm like, yeah, sure, because I have no idea. I
googled it, and I was like, oh, I don't remember people's names.
But yeah, apparently it's very good, which is good to hear, and I'm glad because everyone's eating. Because it seems like, basically, weebs were eating well last week with Metaphor, Refantazio, and Dragon Ball. And to be fair, Silent Hill as well, because it is
all the weeb games.
It was a very weeby kind of week, and I think it did really well.
Tell them to make a Silent Hill VR.
That would be good.
That would be horrifying.
I think it'd be actually too scary. Yeah, I think it actually.
No, I love that shit. Give it to me.
I love it. And speaking of weeb stuff as well, this got announced, so we'll move on to our next one, which is a Death Note game is apparently being made.
Oh my god, people are going to go crazy for that.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you this right now, are you a Death Note girl? Did you want to be...
Please don't murder me. I've not watched the whole thing.
Right, writing your name in the Death Note. I can't believe you've not watched the entire thing.
It's one of those that like we started watching years ago, and then I don't know what happened. You know, where you just like get distracted and you forget that you were watching it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like it is one of. I do think you should still watch it.
Not that it was bad. I'm not saying that. It's just that like it happens sometimes, especially when we were traveling to America and back and stuff like that. We'd just forget what we were watching before we went away. It happened a lot. Can't even tell you what I'm watching at the moment.
I know you said you stayed up last night watching something. I guarantee you can't even tell me what that probably was.
Well, it was YouTube last night, to be fair. So,
all right, so
that's fine. But it wasn't. Then again, did we watch something on Netflix last night? Oh my god, we did. What was it? Oh my god, I know what it was.
Oh, anything good?
It has the number 8 in the title. I know that much. It's kind of like a Squid Games copycat type thing.
Oh god,
I can't tell you what it is.
Yeah, that sounds familiar as well. All right, we'll go past it. But. But the Death Note game, I'm actually, so this has just been, there's nothing about this though. The only thing we know is it's being rated in Taiwan, which means that when it's starting to get rated, it means that obviously it's starting to get into like end game production. So we don't know what this could be, but it is for the PS4 and PS5. So it must be at least a AA title, you would think.
Yeah.
But what do you think the gameplay would be for a Death Note game?
Yeah, wait, what? I don't know. Would it be like a storyline based thing or what?
Yeah, I hope it's not just a storybook game, as in terms of.
But that's kind of what I'm feeling might happen. Yeah,
like a visual novel kind of thing, and like detective.
That's what I mean.
It could be a good detective game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Professor Layton, but with more murder.
Yeah, that would be better, I think.
It can't be a fighting game. It can't be. It could be a horror. Could it be a horror game? Not really. I think the Shimigami could be like. To be fair, the first time you see the Shimigami, what's his name? The main Shimigami that everyone Ryoku.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, it begins with an R. But he's very. I mean, I love his design, and I love in the Netflix adaptation. It was Willem Dafoe who voiced him, which I think's absolutely
really?
Yeah, which I think that's fantastic casting.
That's cool.
Yeah, but no, Death Note game being made. I think like you said, if it's a detective story one, that might be quite good. But I don't know. I feel like Death Note is something that I don't think translates well to a video game. But I'm happy to be proven wrong.
We'll see.
We will. And then another horror game released last week. But this one was a bit of a womp womp. It was the Until Dawn remake.
Why had I not even heard about this until you mentioned it?
Exactly.
Because I used to love I actually really used to enjoy the Until Dawn games.
Yes. So I think I have a theory for this. So obviously, like, I'm going to agree with you. I played Until Dawn at university with some friends one night. You know what I mean? Like, we all just came in. We were playing the game, and it's such a fun, like, sit down with your friends game, like, around horror time, because you obviously choose the paths you do, and then you make decisions, and then it affects the story. And it really is a really fun, I'm going to be as nice as I can be here, first playthrough. I think for a first playthrough, it's very, very fun. It's very interesting, and that's it. Even when this got announced, I kind of went, who cares? A bit, that sounds awful, but like, not who cares? Does this need a remake?
That's what I mean. So it was just a remake?
Yes,
was it just improved graphics or what?
Yeah, so it's improved graphics, and they've changed the gameplay though. But the issue is with the change in the gameplay is they've kept everything else in, but instead of having the fixed camera angles, which added to the game scares. Personally, I think it added that kind of like voyeurism that you can't, you know what I mean? That you're not in control kind of thing. That like you are controlling the character, but you can't control everything about it. Instead, it's a third-person overview, I think, for a lot of it. And apparently, and this is just what I'm saying. So the reviews are. So to be fair, I'll get the reviews up quickly just to make sure. So it's not terrible. It's got a 71 out of 100 based on 42 reviews, but a 6.4 out of 10 from users. So it's got a lot more hatred from, it's not even hatred. It's just a lot of people, and this is a problem with Sony in general right now. They keep on remastering games that just don't need it, like genuinely.
Yeah, like just make a new Until Dawn, right?
Yeah, so I think the reason they've done this, and it is cynical, but there is an Until Dawn movie coming out next year.
Oh, I've heard about that actually. That's cool.
So yeah, I think that is very cool as well. And apparently it's going to celebrate, and this is going to make you feel even older. It's apparently 10 years next year.
Oh my god. Stop.
So it's 10 years.
That doesn't even feel like those games were that long ago.
No, I generally feel like I played that like 3 years ago. But no, apparently it's 10 years ago next year.
Yeah. And I played it a few times as well, because it was one of those where I live streamed it. So I actually did play it a few times. Like, as you were saying, it's good for a first playthrough. And yeah, it does get like quite repetitive. But also, I was, doing the whole thing where I was trying to get all the different endings and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit of a grind to get to them.
I think that's it. I think for me, I had one really nice playthrough, and then I went, I can't be arsed playing that again. I'm just going to watch the other endings on YouTube.
No, I actually played it a few times over,
which
is crazy for me. Like, that's good patience for me.
It is. To be fair, though, that is, well, you are the perfect target market for this. Do you want to play an Until Dawn remake? Like, is that something you're actually interested in?
I'd just rather them make a new game.
Yeah.
Though. A new Until Dawn. I don't know. New characters. Just make a new one. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is. Yeah. I think that's it. Who was your favourite Until Dawn character as well? That's what
do you think I remember?
Oh my god. You said you played it multiple times. Even I can remember the characters.
Not the names.
Do you remember the actors who played them? Because it was actually quite famous actors.
There was, but I don't know actors either. Get me to name an actor, like
Rami Malek,
so
Hayden Panettiere.
No.
The guy who was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's what I remember him from.
Don't look at me. I literally do not know names. I am terrible with names. I can literally meet you and have a conversation with you at a gaming event. You can tell me your name and it's literally gone like 2 seconds after you tell it to me.
Oh, I 100% agree with that. Like,
I don't know what it is with me. I can remember what I talked to you about. Can't remember your name though. What is that about? So annoying.
I think that is a thing with people with undiagnosed ADHD. They just don't remember names. There's something about it that's just like...
I struggle so much.
I struggle.
I remember where I met you, when I met you. I remember like what you told me. I don't remember your name though. I'm too busy focusing on responding with my name, I think. That it got like I'm not even listening. It's almost like I didn't listen, so there's no information to remember because I didn't even hear you.
I agree with that so much.
I was too busy concentrating on trying to reply with, I'm Tiggy, nice to meet you, and not fucking it up.
That's just so short. But I absolutely 100% agree with you. I think it's just because you're focusing on listening to what they're saying and then responding correctly.
Yeah, responding normally, like, and not saying something completely irrelevant because you're thinking about something else.
I think even when I first met you, I probably didn't know your name for the first 3 or 4 times. I kept on forgetting it probably, and
I mean it's a weird one.
It is. What's even yours is?
I mean, I kept getting yours and yours mixed up. I kept thinking of Jermaine.
Jermaine. Yeah. Jermaine is the more actual one. That's probably actually more of a real name than mine.
Exactly. Where the hell does Tremaine come from?
Irish and Cornish.
I've got an Irish second name.
You do? You do?
Not anymore.
No, you don't, do you? That is oh my god, that's That's
although I haven't once used it yet.
I'm gonna say, do you still actually have a ring on right now?
No.
No, of course you don't.
I got out of bed, I went upstairs and I got dressed, I came back down, I turned my webcam on, and now I'm here.
She just wakes up like that, guys. That is what it is.
He messaged me. He knows I don't get up early. I got up at 3 o'clock yesterday. And he messaged me at 10 o'clock today, like, are you up? It's like, do you think I am awake? Like, seriously, I got up at 12, and that was me getting up early. And tomorrow I'll get up even earlier because we're going to the Nintendo event. Like, I'm working my way up in steps.
No, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that you're here, and I'm proud of you that you woke up, and you're very alert as well, which is very wonderful.
I know. No, I'm like... That is one thing about me. I will not ever be late. Like, if I agree to be somewhere at a certain time, I will be there.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Aw, so cute.
So
he just knows what I'm like, really, all the time. So this is a big deal that I'm here.
No, to be fair, you actually are pretty good about turning up. Like, to be fair, all the events we've done and stuff and places we met up, you are most of the...
I hate being late. I hate being late, which is weird because I'm so unorganized with every other aspect of my life. Or I hate being late. Like, even if it's completely out of my control, you're on a train and it's been delayed or whatever, I start getting like so antsy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. It's a problem.
It's a very funny one.
Well, it works out good in the end.
Yeah, to be fair, I think, what is it? I think you've only missed, I remember you telling me you missed the plane once, but I don't even know if that was your fault or it was just cancelled.
Did I miss a plane or did I nearly miss a plane?
Oh, did you nearly miss it? It was when
I nearly missed a plane.
You nearly missed a plane.
I didn't actually miss it.
That's fair.
But that was because I was with friends and we were just dawdling around WH Smith. We didn't realise that, you know, like the time on the thing isn't when you need to be at the plane. You have to be there like an hour before that.
Yeah, basically when that number's on when that number comes up on the thing, that's it. You are going. Like, you have to go straight to the gate at that point.
I did not. Well, this was a long time ago. I didn't realise that. I thought the time on the ticket was like when you had to be at the plane, but no, that's when the doors are closed.
That's when they're like, no, we're going now. Bye bye.
Like, they nearly didn't let us on. They were like, yeah. Like, it was all closed. The doors were closed. And they nearly didn't let us on. But then they were like, something else delayed it. And then they let us on.
Yeah.
We got distracted again. I'm sorry.
We absolutely did. I like it. To be fair, if you're watching our podcast, be warned, we will go off topic. But we will get back to topic. That is the thing.
We'll talk about everything.
We will talk about everything.
Except games.
Speaking of... the next bit of news, which I'm not going to cover too much because obviously we are going to a Nintendo event tomorrow and it feels a bit weird to talk about.
We should do a little vlog of it.
We are going to do a little vlog. I'm definitely recording the entire day, so that's going to be interesting.
That's great because then I can just like pull footage from you. Because you know what I hate? Okay, I'm going off on a tangent here. You know what I hate about my like little mini vlogs?
Go.
When I'm not in them at all, and it just feels like I'm like, even I watch the video back and I'm like, it doesn't even look like my vlog, other than it's my voicing over. It doesn't even look like I was there because I'm never in the camera shot because I'm just always recording like the food and the games and I'm not in the video. I have to like physically be like, can you record me walking into the building so it looks like I was actually here? So yeah, if you're recording, that's perfect.
Well, to be fair, I do have to because obviously I have my whole VTuber icon. So
how are you going to go about that?
So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna obviously I'm still gonna probably be on the camera, but I'm just gonna cover my face up with my bag. Like, not in real life, I'm not gonna be walking around.
I was gonna say, do you have a physical bag?
Now,
that'd be kind of funny, actually.
If you know what, if I get enough money from doing this YouTube stuff, I will get a physical bag for when I'm actually outside. But at the moment, no. I'll just.
Honestly, would be kind of funny.
It would be kind of funny.
At least everyone would know who you were.
That is it.
From the bag.
That's what I mean. I'm thinking eventually. You know what? When we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll buy a bag we can wear in real life. I'm gonna have to get it custom made so I don't like suffocate.
Yeah, because it has to be comfortable.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have to be able to see.
Exactly.
To a degree. Are you not going to enjoy yourself at events?
No, absolutely not. Well,
what my other friend does, who's a VTuber, she doesn't go in any of like the videos, but she'll go in the pictures and she'll just edit the VTuber over her.
Yeah.
But she just says to try and avoid getting her in the videos.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cover my face up and... because again, if anyone's watching this as well, I'm really not bothered about people seeing my face. I like I said before, I have done live streams before.
many
live streams. People know what I look like. It's not that. I just like having the model in general. Like, I like having the thing, and also it's something to like. Again, I'm not going to be pressured about it, but like I said, like eventually that's going to be like, oh, face reveal and stuff. Like, I know it's it's as soon as I have a face reveal though, like that's the thing. Like, you're gonna see. Because the funny thing is, if you've actually met me in real life, I feel like I'm very expressive with how I talk and
very.
Just the very.
Sorry, your mic cuts out sometimes when you laugh, and I'm like, did his mic break?
Oh no,
it didn't. I wasn't sure. I was like, but you know, it's actually happened to me before that, weirdly, because I went through a spree of like when I first started doing my VR stuff, and I always had the VR headset on. I didn't really think too much about it, but then I made just a normal video, just a talking video showing some VR accessories. People were like, oh my god, face reveal. It's like, I've been doing videos for like 15 years. Like, this is definitely not a face reveal. There's many videos of my face on the internet.
I think that's it. I think it's one of them where you're not precious about it. I'm not going to be precious about it because if, like, let's say we're recording this video tomorrow when we're going down, and there's a window or there's a mirror that catches my face quickly while we're recording, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to like take the video down. Yeah, like anything like that. I'm just going to be like, look, if you find it, look, a little Easter egg for you. That's actually what I look like. That's it.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, is it?
Nah, it's just, again, it's just fun, and I like my profile as well. Also, I spent a lot of money on making this look nice, like this character. So
it's cool as hell though.
That's what I mean. I love it. So I'm definitely going to use it as much as I can. Oh my god, we went so off track. I was actually.
It's fine. It's okay. You're editing this, right?
I am editing this.
You're the one that has to go through all of this bullshit.
That's true. You know what? I'm actually not going to do. I'm just going to literally just put like at the bottom like Yap incoming. Like if you want to get back to the actual news. To be fair, that's actually how we can get around it. We just be like, look, we get off topic here, but we get back to it. But
yeah, just put a little section in on YouTube where we can skip it.
That's what I mean. So and then massive. So this is what we're going to talk about. Is there has been a massive leak from the Pokémon company.
Pokémon.
Have you heard about this to begin with?
No.
So basically they've leaked quite a bit. And when I mean quite a bit, I mean like a lot of stuff has been released. I'm not going to cover everything because obviously like we are going to a Nintendo event and I don't like revealing all that kind of stuff because sometimes like you have to think about sometimes leaks. Like sometimes I do like a leak because at least I know that something's coming interesting. Like if anyone leaks Spyro 4 tomorrow, I'd be doing backflips outside. Like I'm so
but
excited.
Then you'd be just so excited that you wouldn't be able to wait until that day and I'd have to deal with you. So.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
Every day. One day closer to Spyro 4.
That's what I mean. But I also... Sorry.
No, I was just going to say it'd be like an advent calendar for you, wouldn't it? Counting down the days.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But that's the thing. So it's one of them where but I also feel like when this stuff gets leaked, it is shitty for the people who make this stuff because they want you to see it at a certain point because it's their project. They've worked years on this thing. And a lot of the time when they work on this kind of stuff, you want them just to release it just because, like, they've earned it at this end. Like, not the publishers and stuff, like, screw them, but like the actual developers who make these kind of games. Like, they are working so hard sometimes to make this kind of stuff. And for just some other person just to leak it, and, like, there's no fanfare, there's no event, and it's just kind of like, that kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like...
Yeah, they don't get to, I don't know, to announce it themselves.
Yes. So... oh god. So there is something I do want to talk about it though that has apparently me and Tiggs, so Tiggs mostly, we have a friend called Ty who is named off of Typhlosion, the Pokemon. Yeah. So there has been a lore leak in this thing. So I'm going to read this. This is from Games Radar recently. As for the human-Pokemon relationship stories, though, there is a reason why the beloved second-generation starter Pokemon Typhlosion is trending on Twitter right now. The alleged story in question details a human girl becoming the wife of the fire type and even having its child.
No, stop. I feel like I need to Google what Typhlosion looks like just to remind myself.
It looks like
oh my
like
god.
An otter kind of thing. I don't know.
It's like a weird dragon fire thing.
It's like so like now there's like the male equivalent of the Vaporeon lore, which is
no. Don't remind me.
I don't feel so sorry for them because that sucks so much. But apparently, apparently from this leak, no one actually knows if it's real or not at this point. But that is the thing that's been associated with it, and I think it was worth talking about. But there's also the entire next gen. They know what the source code is for the new game that's coming out, which sucks because there's a lot of things on that. But I would not recommend. Again, I'm telling you right now, anyone who wants to go actually looking for this stuff. I wouldn't even bother because, to be honest with you, Nintendo's lawyers will be taking that stuff down.
Yeah.
Very quick. Like I don't think anyone else, apart from maybe the Disney lawyers, get that much work compared to the Nintendo lawyers. Like they go down and they will get that stuff. So I would recommend not chasing any of it. But it is interesting to talk about, and obviously I wanted to mention it. But yeah. That is it. I think that's just the funny thing. It's just the Typhlosion thing, which, again, we have a friend called Ty as well, whose name is based off Typhlosion. So, might have to change his name soon.
Yeah, we have some interesting named friends, don't we?
We do. We very much do. But yeah, I found that funny. And then again, you know what? We've got a lot of Nintendo news, so I'm just going to keep on going with Nintendo. They have released an alarm clock.
Okay. I want to know what's the big deal about this. Like,
so I was also curious about this. So obviously, if anyone needed an alarm clock in this world, it's absolutely you. Like, down to a T.
Oh, well, yeah. It's fine. I have my phone with 10 alarms on it.
Oh dear. But no, they've released an alarm clock, and it's basically it's got like games in it and stuff, and it tracks you. So like when you wake up, it actually makes you get out of bed. Like it knows if you're in bed or not, and then it'll make you get out. Yeah. So let me I'm gonna get it up because it's just I find it genuinely interesting, this thing, but yeah. But the issue is,
should I Google it?
Yeah. How much would you pay? Before you look at it, how much would you pay for an alarm clock, which is a Nintendo alarm clock? Just out of curiosity.
20 quid.
20 quid? That's the max?
30 quid.
30 quid max going? No more than 30. Yeah. It is currently selling for $99.
Why? But what does it do?
So...
Is it this Alarmo thing?
Yeah, it's Alarmo. So the display is not touchscreen. Which is mad as well. That's not even touchscreen.
It looks like it actually looks like it would be.
It does, and then so turns out so I'm reading up right now. It is just because I saw a video of someone using it, and I was just kind of like, I don't know why I'd spend $100 on this. Like, yeah. So you choose the date and time, but you also have to configure the clock's motion detection features, which means that it knows when you get out of bed. Like the alarm will only stop once you get out of bed. So I guess this is for like somebody who generally really struggles getting out of bed. And
you have to physically sit up for it to shut up.
Yeah, you have to even get out of the bed. Like
you stand up for it to shut up.
Yeah, genuinely, like it will it will just be like, no, I'm not shutting up until you get out of bed.
What if you just unplug it?
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
If you're really that desperate for it to shut up, you can just unplug it.
You could also yeet it across the room and smash it if you really are thinking about that. That's $100 down. But yeah, it adjusts. Apparently, it automatically adjusts brightness based on ambient lighting. It will change clock screen typeface, depending on the alarm you've chosen. So you can choose like, I think it is like it is like Nintendo noises. So, like Mario or Legends. Like, yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. I'm kind of like, surely you could just get...
You're just going to wake up to, it's a me!
It's a me! It's there.
No thanks.
When you're going to work at 9 a.m. and say, wahoo! Yeah!
That's hilarious. Like, what the fuck? You know what I want to wake up to?
What?
DK. Donkey Kong.
He's the leader of the monkeys. You know him well. He's finally
that's
back
fine.
to get some.
That's a vibe. I'm down for that.
That is quite good. I do admit. But yeah, it says move your body to quiet the alarm, and it will just tell you to get out of bed and stuff. And I don't see why it's $100. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love Nintendo. I love you, because you know what? PS5 right now, they're releasing new consoles. Xbox has got Game Pass, and you've got an alarm clock. And I love you. I love you for that. Because you know what? You're not playing by anyone's rules, and you're just like you
they just know people love Nintendo, and they will buy anything Nintendo.
Oh yeah, Nintendo. Like,
I mean, it is cute.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm sure if you had very much like expendable cash, I'm sure you would just buy this thing if you're a Nintendo fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's cute.
It is cute.
It's good for like a kid's room or something.
Yeah, I think it could be a nice kid. Like, if your kids genuinely do struggle to get out of bed or something, and you're just like, oh, like, I'm going to make it so like it's fun for them. Because if it is like Mario, you know what I mean? Like, they might enjoy it a bit more.
Teach your kid to only be able to get out of bed with the Mario alarm clock, and then when they become an adult and they still need the Mario alarm clock.
Honey, are you awake? Honey? Honey? Wahoo! I'm up.
Yeah, exactly. They meet a lady. Oh yeah, sorry. Let me just put my Mario clock on.
That's like your Tinder profile. Like, wait a minute, you need to sound like Wario in the morning, or else I'm not going to get up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't do an impression of Wario, but pretty much.
That is it. But yeah, interesting, absolutely interesting. But I won't. I personally won't be purchasing it. I don't know about you.
I'm surprised, honestly. You purchase everything.
Yeah, that is
everything
true.
Nerdy.
I do.
And overpriced.
How dare you? I'm investing.
If it was a special edition of Mario Party, you'd defo have it.
See, you do make a great point, but
that's what they need to do. They need to make a bundle with this.
They do make a bundle. Yeah, it is weird though, because Nintendo have had a bit of a thing recently about sleep in general, which I've generally just found interesting because they've been doing that kind of stuff. But to be fair, that kind of goes into you've mentioned that you want to talk about something Nintendo. I have no idea about this, so do you want to go into that?
I mean, I quite literally heard about it yesterday when we were chatting about Nintendo stuff. I have Googled it a little bit.
Here we go.
But it says Nintendo have actually filed a patent for a VR headset, which has like sparked people to speculate that the Switch 2 could be hands-free, potentially.
Ooh.
Which is interesting. I've seen a few, I mean, maybe we could put them into the video later, but like I've seen a few like designs of what people think it might look like. But God knows at this point. But I don't know. I think some of them look really cute. But I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah,
because I mean, like they don't have anything VR yet, do they? But like Just Dance VR just came out, which I don't know. I think of Just Dance as like a Nintendo title, even though I know it's on like PS5 and stuff now. I just always think of that as like a Switch game.
Yeah, I agree.
And now they have that in VR.
Yeah. Yes.
As of yesterday.
Ooh. Are you making some videos in that?
I mean, when I get a key, yeah. I got a key for Just Dance 2025, but not for Just Dance VR. The irony.
the dichotomy of man.
Yeah, it may be my own fault. I didn't apply for one, and I applied for one yesterday, so maybe my own fault.
Oh, that's funny. So I was gonna say, if a Nintendo are making a VR headset, let's say they are, what games are you wanting? Like, what franchises do you think would go on there as well?
Oh my god! See, God, I don't know enough about Nintendo games. I feel like what would go well with it?
That's what I mean. I think like a Legend of Zelda one might be quite fun.
Well, think about like Mario Party in the terms of like board games and stuff. So have you seen games like Demio and stuff like that where
no.
you can it's like a mixed reality pass through, so you can still see your room, and the board game is like you can place it down on a table in the room, you can place the board game down on the floor, and you can physically sit there in your room and play the board game with other people. There's no actual board game there.
Oh, that's cool.
But it looks like there is, and you can interact with the dice and the cards and everything. But like something like that for Mario Party could be interesting.
Could be. I actually think, you know what, we've just been talking about then. I know I remembered I played Tabletop Simulator, which during the
it's
pandemic.
that kind of idea, yeah. But with pass-through, because with Tabletop Sim, you're just in VR, aren't you?
Yeah.
Whereas this is like you're in your living room, you can still see everything around you. It literally looks like there's a board game in the middle of your living room. It's pretty cool.
Well, the funny thing is, you just mentioned VR then, and I'm like, what franchises would go really well? And I can't believe we both didn't think of this. Pokemon VR. So if you imagine like chucking your Pokeball and you see them next to you and stuff, and you could pick up a Pikachu in a VR. Imagine if you could like pick up a Pikachu and put it next to you.
Have it like follow you around.
Yeah, like you could look behind and like it could be there, and like you could actually just be in a town of Pokemon with like, and if you looked up, you could see like Pokemon flying and stuff, and like you could be in a city simulator that is a Pokemon game. That's VR.
What was that Pokemon game that you played like 2-player and you actually physically threw the Pokeball?
Oh, Pokemon Let's Go. Yeah, Pokemon Let's Go. Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like
those kind of vibes, but VR.
Yes, exactly. I actually think that could actually really be like. Because obviously Nintendo are on the back foot a bit with Pokemon as well after the recent success of Power World, which obviously they're in there. Yeah. Which that lawsuit's still going on at the moment, but that's what I mean.
I played Power World. It was quite fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fine. It's like it's one of them. It's like the thing is that I love Pokemon because I love the Pokemon in it. That's the thing. Like, but I think a Pokemon VR game would be very fun.
Yeah, for sure. explore from your own home.
And also, as well, I've just realised, obviously there's another missing one, a Metroid Prime game. Like, that is literally a first-person game where you roll up into a ball and stuff, and, like, it's a third-person shooter with, like, like the Samus gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Nintendo stuff that could work very well on VR. And you think as well, the company that has so many motion control gimmicks, and it's always doing weird, kooky things, wouldn't get into VR.
Yeah, I don't understand why. It makes no sense to me. Like, make a VR headset.
Well, that's the thing, though. They're definitely going to do limited edition VR headsets, like a Mario one, where it looks like you got a cap on or something, or a crown.
Honestly, I feel like I wish I was born, like, I don't know, 10 years later, because, like, it's starting to boom now, the whole VR thing, and I feel like
it is.
Getting too old for it.
You could be the pioneer. You could be the one that, like, I will teach the young'uns what they do, and you will come to me.
I don't want to be the granny VR gamer.
But actually, that's a good point. If they came out with a VR headset, which character are you getting as a VR kind of headset? So they bring out colours and stuff. Yeah, pink.
Because it's pink.
Yeah, it will be pink.
Yeah. It'll be pink. So
imagine if it had a little crown on top as well. Like, that's the headset that has a little crown on top.
No, that's too try hard. There's no way. No way. I bet there's just different colours.
I absolutely would go either Boo. To be fair, they do with Boo as well. Cause that's just a white headset, though, isn't it?
That's just white, yeah.
Yeah, but no, but it could have like the mouth on the front of the eyes. You know,
I guess. Wouldn't want it to look like a quest, you know.
No, that's true. But yeah, that's I think that's all the gaming news we've got, isn't it? Have you got anything else you want to talk about? Anything else that you've been?
I mean, there's a few VR games coming out.
Oh yeah, let's talk about.
I have a little list.
Let's have a look at your games coming out soon.
I've literally just wrote down the ones I'm excited about because
Let's go.
I'm not capable of talking about other things than that. There's this one that I'm really excited about, and it's free. Ooh. It's MetaQuest exclusive though, and it's from, I don't know, have you ever seen the game Job Simulator? It's from the makers of Job Simulator.
I love Job Simulator. I've played it myself.
So it's like silly humor like that, but it's 4-player co-op. It's called Dimensional Double Shift, and it's kind of like Overcooked vibes, you know, where you all there is one that is literally cooking, like you're serving food, but other people have like the ingredients that you need, so you have to like shout across, like there's a video of me like screaming at some dude like, give me the bananas, you've got the bananas, give me the bananas, because I got to try it out ahead of release, and he's like, like, calm down woman, you know, I'll give you the bananas. It's just a whole weird situation, but it just becomes absolute pure chaos, and I love games like that where everyone's like screaming at each other and it just ends up a mess.
Yeah, I think that,
but I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds very, very fun. Do you know when that's being... Do you say it's being released this week?
So it's out.
Oh, cool.
And it's out and it's free, but... so there's 2 levels at the moment. One is like a diner, which is the cooking one. Yeah. And one is a garage. But they're going to be releasing more like sections. And I think they will be paid DLC.
Yeah, which I think is a good way to get... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to get people involved, though. And you say it's MetaQuest exclusive, so if I had a HTC, so I've had a HTC Summit. Yeah.
So do you what VR headset do you have?
I have a Quest 2. That was my headset. I have a Quest 2.
Okay. So that's not bad then. You're fine.
I can play.
You can play. Yeah.
I can absolutely play. I think that actually sounds like a really fun time.
We should play it because I only played it very briefly. I've been wanting to play it with people for a while. But yeah, it's 4-player co-op, but there's no like online like matchmaking thing, so you have to physically invite each other. So you have to have friends to play it.
Oh well, that's the first. That's always the first hurdle.
You've got me. And Raf's got a VR headset that he never uses.
Oh, there you go. There we go. No, I'm keen to do that. Doesn't Mars have one as well? No, they want one. They want one.
I feel like they don't have one.
No, because they wanted to get one after we played.
What was that game?
Keep talking and no one explodes. Yeah.
See, I'm good at recommending funny VR games.
You are.
I'm surprised how much they were into it.
Oh, they absolutely love that game.
They were like, next level. I was like, holy crap, you guys are there. Because for some people, it's a bit too much. Like, you start playing it and it's a bit complicated. And some people are like, nah, it's too complicated. But once you get into it...
Oh, yeah. Major vibes. In fact, we got far enough for like an evening.
Yeah, considering like we only spent like a few hours on it.
Yeah.
We did good.
We did come. So anything else in the VR world? I do know.
Yes.
Oh, let's go.
There's a bunch of things. So MetaQuest 3S.
Yes, which you got to try out.
Came out yesterday, which was the 15th of October. It's out now.
Cool.
I have it here. Where is it?
Ooh, let's see.
Oh, wait. Let me get it.
So, I was going to say,
Can you see me?
Yes, I can. So again,
Would you believe it's in this?
Oh, so I'm guessing, is that the S? Is it for slim? Is it the slim model of the
It
MetaQuest?
doesn't mean slim though.
Oh, does it not?
It doesn't. If anything, it's bigger. It's bigger than the 3. Yeah, because it's more shaped like the Quest 2.
Got you.
They're more similar inside. The Quest 3 is definitely slimmer because it has the pancake lenses. I'm not going to get into the whole lenses. Well, I won't start VR nerding you out because that's just going to confuse people.
Right.
But basically, this uses the same lenses as the Quest 3. There you go. Look at it. Doesn't it look like a little spider? It
looks very cyberpunky. Well, I could see that in a cyberpunk game.
Exact same controllers as the Quest 3.
Cool.
Same lenses as the Quest 2.
So
but it's so cheap. Like, how much is it? $269.99?
That's not bad for a VR headset.
It's £200 cheaper than the 3.
Oh my god! So is that what it is? Is it just like it's the 2 point, like to be devil's advocate?
Yeah,
I have no idea what the difference is. Yeah,
it's like the 2.5. Yeah, exactly. The only big difference to me is the lenses. They use the all Fresnel lenses that the Quest 2 uses, as opposed to the pancake lenses that the Quest 3 uses. But if you're not like a daily VR user, I don't think it's going to bother you at all. Like, I think loads of people are going to buy that for Christmas.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Because it's got colour pass-through now, because you've got the Quest 2, haven't you?
Yes.
Whereas the Quest 2 is black and white pass-through, isn't it?
Yes. So you can actually see like in colour when it goes...
Although they're the same lenses, it's colour pass-through though.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, because I think this is the issue with VR at the moment, is that it still does have a price tag associated with it that is... Yeah. But I think, you know what? You think about it in this way, though. So the great thing about MetaQuest, and this is the reason I got it, is I don't need a PC with it. I can plug mine into a PC.
But you can use a PC if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do need to use it for... I don't know if you still do, but I remember you needed to use it for certain VR games. You did need a bit of a PC to back it up.
It depends. If it's a Steam VR game, like, I don't know, if it's fucking Half-Life Alyx or something, it's Steam exclusive. Like, so you'd have to run it through like Steam VR, but you can still play it on the Quest. You just have to run it through the PC.
Yeah.
So you got the best of both worlds, really.
And that's what I'm thinking, because to be honest with you, this might actually be coming out, in my opinion, at maybe the perfect time. Because let's be honest, right now, everyone's still struggling a bit more. Like, the price of everything has gone up recently. The recent announcement of the PlayStation 5. The Pro, like, no offense, like, it's £700. There's no way I'm spending that much on an upgraded PS5.
No, hell no.
It's just I love PlayStation, but I remember them saying it, and I was just kind of like, no, like, there's no way.
The PS5 works just fine.
It does, and it's wonderful. No
reason
I love my PS5 console. I love my PS5.
I love it.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Is in like, so you've got that at the moment. Xbox Series, like, that is the cheaper alternative. But isn't Game Pass? And you can absolutely call me out on this. Isn't Game Pass coming to VR headsets, or you can have an app on it, kind of thing?
It's already on.
So that's what I'm thinking. So,
but it's flat screen. So like, it's not made for VR. It's essentially like using your VR headset as a TV screen. And you can use your Xbox controller with it. In fact, you can use any Bluetooth enabled controller with it, as far as I can tell. So you can use the PlayStation controller with it as well. And yeah, you're basically just playing your Xbox Game Pass library on a screen, like on a portable screen, essentially, on your head. That's
what I mean. Like, that is the thing I'm thinking about. Because even if you're a savvy person and you're like, you know what, I can't actually afford this much this Christmas, and I do want a new console, and like, I'm deciding between Steam Deck or saving for the Nintendo Switch 2 or a PlayStation or kind of thing. MetaQuest S3, so £270, did you say? $269.99.
Yeah, $269.99.
So that is essentially a console which you can put in. Obviously, you need a good internet connection, but it's
a console. It's a TV. Like, that is the only downfall if you are doing like a game that you don't already have installed. If you're doing Xbox Game Pass, you do need Wi-Fi, because it's a shame, because it'd be, oh my god, I would absolutely whip my VR headset out on the plane. Absolutely, but
Yeah.
you know, you need Wi-Fi for that. But you know, if you haven't, I have plenty of games installed. Like I should do it. I really should do it.
That's what I mean.
They're proper VR games though, so like you wouldn't want to be like wafting your arms around on a plane, would you? But sitting with a controller.
That's what I mean. That's what I keep on thinking.
That's fine.
Yeah, that is what I keep on thinking is the whole selling point of this eventually. And I do think, like you said, VR is definitely, it keeps on coming in waves, but I think we are getting to a point where it is going to be more affordable and everyone's just going to have it because it seems like the better alternative. But I think that is a very sick idea. So maybe, like you said, maybe get a Meta Quest for it. Because I've also seen, I think you were showing the deal as well. Don't you get Batman with it as well?
I was literally going to say that either with both, if you buy a Quest 3 or a Quest 3S, it comes with Batman Arkham Shadow, which I played at Gamescom, and it's a crazy game. It's insane. No, like I can't. It comes out on October 22nd, by the way. So like, if you buy the Quest, you still have to wait till October 22nd for the Batman to actually come out. But oh my god, I can't even explain to you how good the combat is on it. It's so satisfying, Trem. I wish you could experience it.
You did tell me about it in private, and it sounded so cool. And I'm very excited to see it. 'Cause I'm guessing when it does come out, you probably will make a video on it, or at least a couple. Just because.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I already made a brief video of it, but like they wouldn't let us record the actual game.
Yes.
They would let us record us playing it, but not the actual gameplay. They gave us B-roll, which is so annoying because it's like that's gameplay anyway. You should have just let us record the game. But it is so fun. Like you literally do this with your arms for like the
glide,
and you can glide. That is so fun. It's so fun.
Everyone's just going to look like the Naruto running in the rooms, but not moving.
You look so funny. Like some of the people who were trying out were taking it so like seriously, like proper like punching really hard. And I was like, okay, calm down.
I'm Batman. So
yeah, but like anyway. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to do that. But yeah, say you bought a Quest 3S, you get Batman with it, which is like a big game, which obviously everyone's gonna bloody get to play now, which is great. And also, I have a code as well, and if you use my code, I'll put it in the description or whatever. Cool. You get $30 store credit as well. So you could buy another game with that, potentially even two games. You get a
Beat Saber. Oh, and also if you get it around this time, there's usually because that's how I got on sale Resident Evil 4 VR because I really wanted to play Resident Evil 4 and then I got that on sale. That's cool.
Sick. But yeah, like because I feel like VR games tend to be cheaper, so you could even potentially get 2 more games for that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I think that's a really smart choice, and also it's a really fun. If you ever thinking about a party thing as well, I swear getting a VR headset out, it is the equivalent of getting a Wii out. If you have friends or you have families, or do you know what I mean? Like you have one of them things, a VR headset can get all of them involved. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah,
you don't even need multiple VR headsets. We've done it so many times where there's been 4 of us, but like I know there's games like the Keep Talking, No One Explodes, whatever, and that obviously gets you all involved. But even ones that don't get you all involved, like we've watched because you cast it to the TV, and we've watched our friends play horror games, and it's been hilarious to watch for everyone involved, even though we're not playing the game, right? Like, I don't know. It's just funny to watch people play VR. I don't know what it is.
No, I you know what? I 100% agree with you because that is literally what we did during the pandemic. We had one VR headset between all 4 of us, and all we did was watch each other play Beat Saber and horror games, which we downloaded. Yeah. That is all we did. It was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. But now that I have the 3S, I have like a backup headset now. So like when people come over, I we can do 2-player games, even 3 because Raph has a headset as well. So we've got technically. How many Quest headsets in this house? We have a Quest 2 as well. So technically we have 4 Quest headsets in this house.
T-Bet, you did just do the meme recently, the paging Dr. Beat with all of your headsets on, so...
And the audio wasn't long enough to fit them all in. Especially not now, because the Vive Focus Vision... Yeah, the Vive Focus Vision just arrived. So I've got that now. Jesus. And also, I couldn't fit my original HTC Vive on it, but I also couldn't find it because it's upstairs somewhere.
You are literally the queen of VR, aren't you?
I would like to count how many VR headsets I have. There's at least 5 on my floor right now.
Oh, dear.
It's a problem, isn't it? Okay, there's more though. There's more games.
Oh, let's go.
There's more, but I think there's a few that you think you might be interested in. Okay, so you remember, there's one called Band Space coming out on October 24th. right? You remember like not Guitar Hero, Rock Band. Do you remember Rock Band?
Yes, definitely.
How it had like the guitar and the bass and the drums and the keyboard. Well, it had a singer, didn't it? But this one, I don't think this one has a singer. So I think it's guitar, bass, drums, and keyboard, and it's like obviously 4-player. And you have your own little band in VR, and oh my god, I tried it at Gamescom. I played guitar and Raph played drums. So it's like you don't have to be in the same room. Like it's online multiplayer, so you can play. I don't know. You can play pretend you're in a band with your friends. They're at their house. You're at your house. You're jamming on the drums. They're jamming on guitar or whatever.
I think that is actually very sick. I used to love Rock Band back in the day.
Oh yeah. And you know what the coolest part about the whole thing is?
Let's go.
It supports custom songs.
Oh, okay, that's a big sell. That is a big sell.
Exactly. So, like, people have already started, like, even though it's not even out yet, they already had a few, like, modded songs in there, and I had to scroll through, and I found a Slipknot song, so I played a Slipknot song, and I was like, this is sick.
I guess is it a bit like Beat Saber? It will still match the notes to, or do you have to put the notes in yourself, kind of thing? Or
I mean, I haven't done any of the mapping, obviously.
Oh,
like
got you.
The mappers will create the map. So it was like the guitar was apparently the more complicated one.
Got you.
More complicated than the drums because you had to strum, but it wasn't like Guitar Hero. It was like, I don't know if you can see me right now, but you had to like move your hand up and down like this. But there was different, like you used the grip button or the trigger. There was like an up and a down, so you had to put your hand in the right position, strum at the right time, and do the right direction.
Got you. So it's a bit more difficult.
It wasn't just hit the correct drum, you know?
Yeah.
So the guitar was a bit more complicated. So I was like, I'll do the guitar. You have fun on the drums, right? So that I think is exciting.
That does sound very cool.
You want to form a band with me?
I was gonna say we got a podcast, we got a band now. We're starting everything.
What instrument would you play?
Oh, I'm either a singer or a drummer.
There's no singing though. They need to add that.
It's fine. I can sing. I can just I just sing with them.
Well, I mean, you could just get someone in the lobby and they can just sing. But it was great. You could choose your character and everything, and like there was different stages, and there was like an audience and everything behind the notes. It was. Can
you customize your characters, or is it just like a preset?
I played a beta of it, and it was preset then. I don't know. Yeah, Fair enough. I don't know how much you can customize. But like I say, they always say like it's early beta, so. But it's coming out. It's coming out soon. 24th of October.
24th of October. That's next week. Is it next week? Yeah. It is next week.
Yeah, it's really soon. I don't have that many more. I
was gonna say I have one more. I was gonna say, do you know about because I saw and you might be able to talk more. Apparently they've released a Starship Troopers game for VR. So obviously everyone who wants to Helldivers. I don't know if you heard, that was a pretty big game this year. So the movie that Helldivers was based off is Starship Troopers.
Didn't we play Helldivers together?
We did indeed. But Starship Troopers, the film that's based off of it, has released a VR game apparently. So apparently that comes out this week on October 17th, which is mad. I've already got
Starship Troopers Continuum.
Yes, I think is that it? Possibly.
Yeah.
I know it's a VR title.
And PSVR too.
Yes.
I have heard of it vaguely. I've not looked into it though. I see.
That's what I mean. It's
multiplayer.
That's what I mean. VR Helldivers essentially is what I'm thinking.
Yes, hopefully. I can see some of the gameplay here. It only shows you a little bit of it, but it does basically look like that. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
That was kind of scary, actually. I don't like those bugs. Those bugs are not my favorite.
No, it is always the bugs. That is it.
Okay, I have one more. One more VR game.
I'm very interested.
Which you might. I'm hoping you know more about than me, honestly. I've tried it. It's called Metro Awakening. Comes out November 7th.
Yes, I've heard a lot. So
the Metro. Have you ever played any of the other Metro games?
Yes. So I played the original. If anyone doesn't know the Metro series, it's actually based off a book series. And Metro games are basically like Fallout in Eastern European, like basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was a really fun game. I played Metro 2033. Is it 2033? But I played the old one, and like and then I've not played the 2 newer ones, but apparently they're really good. And to be fair, I enjoyed them at the time, and I know I was watching Skill Up recently, who is an Australian YouTuber. I feel like a lot of people know who he is. He does a lot of good reviews. But he was talking about it, and he did a preview event, and he said it looks really, really good. And I usually trust his opinion on that. So I'm very.
It's going to be a big one. Like of the big ones that I would say coming, it's Batman and Metro. I would say are the big ones.
Yes, I was going to say
I tried it at MetaConnect. Like, it was very short demo, unfortunately. But the mechanics on it were really good. Like, the guns and everything, like the reloading and everything was like really satisfying. It felt really nice. And also, like, you can customize like your guns and everything. Like, you can really like customize everything. And yeah, the weird mutant, I don't even know, tunnel monster things are creepy as hell. But it's scary. Like, there's some parts where like it's dark and like your flashlight like flickers and it dies, and it's actually horrifying. But it's really good. Like, you could literally feel it with the haptics. Like, you could feel the flashlight die, and I was like, oh my god,
so good.
It was so immersive. I can't even tell you how good it was. So I'm excited for that one. I should probably stream it, honestly.
I
don't know if I can say about it, but like, after EGX, I'm actually traveling somewhere to film content with that game.
You are, because that is why we might be pre-recording another episode because we have to. But yeah, no, I think that is like, if you could do that as a Halloween stream, that sounds like a perfect Halloween stream. It's a bit of Metro Exodus.
Yes.
So,
well, every Halloween time, I always do a charity stream.
Oh,
so
that's sick.
Maybe I can bundle the two together. I always do a charity stream for Blue Cross, and I really want to do one this year, but I'm just trying to find where I can fit it in.
I mean, let's be honest. If it's just a little late, so if it's like November 2nd, or you know what I mean, like matter. It's still fine. It's for charity.
Yeah, I just need to find. It's been a crazy month.
It has.
It's been a crazy 2 months, actually.
I know, you have absolutely. Well, to be fair, that's the funny thing, because you're like, I've got plenty of time. But well, to be fair, you say plenty of time, but you've had a lot of. I think like there was a month where you were like, I've got a lot more free time, and then all of a sudden, like, you have just been mentally busy recently.
Well, this is gaming season. Like,
it is.
It's peak gaming season. All the money I make in these like 2-3 months, I have to survive on for the rest of the year. So.
I'm surprised, you know what, February is not more popular for you, because February always seems like that's the big month as well. Like, I feel like the gaming seasons are February, May, like September, October time, and then obviously
maybe May.
Yeah, I feel like May's a big
February,
month.
not really. Like, February's one of my worst.
Really?
Like, because January used to be shit, but shit, I'm swearing in your podcast. Sorry, mate.
It's fine. I've already said fuck like 4 times.
Okay.
So
January used to be bad, but now that there's like the VR fitness games, they've kind of made up for January. Sometimes I get some fitness games in January, and I'm like, oh well, this is great. This is a win-win situation. I get to do exercise, and I get paid. This is great.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure January is considered the worst month for any industry, but especially in content creation as well. I think everyone says in January, like, do people just stop watching content as well?
I think it's because like, why?
I don't know. I think it's the new year, and you're kind of like, you know what? I'm going to start some new. I think it's starting new hobbies. I'm
going to stop scrolling on TikTok. How long did that last?
You know what? Good for them though, for trying to improve their lives. But also, please come back. We need the views.
We need you to survive.
But yeah, I think that's very exciting though, and honestly, I think that'd be a very cool stream. So maybe stick to Tiggy's socials for that announcement, because that sounds very cool, and I'm happy to watch that.
Yeah, we need to get some people involved in the charity stream. I'm excited. Last year, I dressed as a black cat.
Very nice.
For it, because it's an animal charity. Of course.
I don't know. I just think of the meme from Mean Girls when she goes, "I'm a mouse, duh. I'm a cat, duh." Like, just the ears on.
Duh. A sexy mouse. Oh, it's so good.
So good. But yes, that sounds really interesting. Honestly, I'm very. It's cool that you get to talk about VR stuff now, because I don't like. I'm a noob in the VR world, but it is interesting to see how much there actually is development. Because I think if you go anywhere else on YouTube or anything, like, all the time they're saying like, yeah, no one really does VR. It's like kind of like dying. But then games are still very much getting made for it. Like, and
they're doing really well. Like, it's getting so much bigger.
think that's it. I think the fact, and you know what, you just have to look at that every other company is investing in it. Like, at least in a little bit, you know what I mean? Every company is edging the bets and they're getting into it, as in terms of they're making their own VR headsets, because TikTok has one, Facebook has one, PlayStation do have one. What's up?
I'm giggling because I just made a weird, like, quacking noise. Sorry, just ignore me. I don't know why I did a thing with my mouth and it sounded like a duck. I'm sure you'll hear it on the recording.
I'm hoping I do. If I do, I'm going to put a duck PNG up when that happens.
I was just messing with my tongue and then it just like made this weird duck fart sound. Oh my god. Speaking of that, can I show you something that I got in my Among Us VR package yesterday?
Oh, you got Among Us VR package?
Among Us VR, they're doing a limited time event, which they do that sometimes, called Bone Bash, and it's like Halloween themed, and there's like a werewolf and a pumpkin and all different things.
See, that's a good thing for your charity stream as well. That's another game you should get in there. That sounds fun. Oh, let's see. Is that silly putty? Is that?
It farts.
Oh no, not the ASMR.
Do you love it? Wait, I got really good at it yesterday. Yeah, okay, I'll stop. And it smells like oranges. Do you remember when you used to play with these as a kid and they had that really distinct plastic smell?
Yeah.
It smells like oranges.
Why silly putty?
We've moved up in the world.
That is very funny.
Don't know why, of all the things from the really awesome package, I showed you that.
I know.
It was a really cool package.
That's the teaser.
Yeah.
Look at the farting gel.
It's coming out like literally tomorrow, so I can show it in this video. It's fine.
That's cool. I was gonna say
I should have showed you the actual cool parts, shouldn't I?
You know what? We'll save it for the Halloween stream, which we'll be filming again back to back. So that kind of goes into our. So we've talked about stuff we're excited about. To be fair, should I mention the games that I'm looking? There's a couple of games coming out this week that I'm kind of looking forward to. We've already mentioned Super Mario Party, Jamboree, so I'm not going to go into that much. There is also 2 other horror games that I covered in my recent Halloween video, which I am interested about, and that is A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead.
Oh, okay.
Which is the new horror game where you have to be obviously quiet. You have to be quiet. And then that one, I don't know if it says it and picks up your microphone. I can't remember if I've just like imagined that up or it is real.
But there was a game with that, but I don't know if it's that game.
Yes, there was. And that's what I'm thinking. Is that a part of it? But I think that's going to be really cool. I like The Quiet Place. I like the first film especially, and then the other 2 they're all right. But I think that's a very cool franchise, and I think it very much works as a game, so that should be cool. And then the other thing, which I didn't think was going to be, like, I covered it in my Halloween video, and I wasn't looking forward to it as much, but the more I've got towards it, I'm kind of like, I love retro games in general. I love, like, retro, like, 16-bit games, 32-bit, like, the S and the S era, I love those kind of games. Retro Realms Ash vs. the Evil Dead and Retro Realms Halloween. So basically this studio has come out and they are going to be making horror games that are like side scrollers, but they are based 16-bit side scrollers, but they are based on known horror franchises. And right now they have the rights to Ash vs. the Evil Dead, which is a great horror film. Absolutely check that out. And Halloween, which is Michael Myers, if you did not know Halloween. And they just look...
I only know because I like playing him in DBD.
Yes.
He was my favourite character.
They are both in DBD as well. They are both in DBD.
He's not very good now, though. So.
No, he's not. That's for sure. But he used to be very fun. Yeah, just stalking people was very fun in DBD. When you could just be in like... But yes, those 2 games.
What is it? No, it's. Is that
that is. Yes, I'm doing it very fast, but yeah, it is that. Yeah, I think that's the last 2 games I'm kind of interested about. I'm very much in the spooky season at the moment. I'm feeling the spooky season vibe. But yeah, those are 2 of the games I want to talk about. For the last 20 minutes or so, I just kind of want to talk about. Well, in general, just like what have we been playing recently? Because I feel like there are. I always like just talking about what you've been playing recently because I feel it's always a good recommendation. And then we'll end with what kind of we're going to be doing, or what we're looking. I say what we're looking forward to. No, to be fair, we'll just end it on what we've been playing. So, do you want to start or shall I start? Because I've only
I'll start, I feel like, because I feel like mine are just never that interesting. They're just always whatever random game that I've decided to get back into at the time.
So let's go.
So me and Raph are absolutely no-lifing Satisfactory at the moment, if you remember that.
So
they've added like loads of stuff to it. I played it a few years ago, but I haven't touched it since. And then they've added loads of stuff to it. And yeah, we're like absolutely no-lifing it. We start playing it at like 12. And we finish at like 2-3 a.m.
You're saying 12 p.m. as in like lunchtime?
Midnight. Well,
midnight.
11
All right,
p.m. midnight. Like, and then we finish at like 2-3 a.m.
All right. Okay. I thought you were going to say like 12
No,
p.m. as in like you do like 13-hour shifts on this game.
I don't have time for that. Well, it just depends. Like, so I say, I finished work at 2:30 last night, so we couldn't play last night. But we have been playing for like 2 hours in the evening.
So I was going to say, I think that is... the only reason I know Satisfactory is that it is currently one of the highest rated games of this year. As in terms of, it is in the top 10 games rated on Metacritic, which means that... is it Metacritic or OpenCritic? Either way, it's got one of the top scores of the year from other people. I know... Yeah. I'm assuming because you played it 2 years ago, it's come out of early access then and released into 1.0. Is that probably why?
I don't know. I just know they've added loads of stuff since I last played it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I made my entire base pink. But you know what the coolest part of the game is? I
was going to say, I have literally... So you're going to have to explain the entire game to me because I have no idea what the actual game is.
Okay, fine. I'll explain the game. So you choose where you start. There's all different, like, there's like a desert, there's green area, there's icy area, there's all that. You choose where you want to start. You choose where you want to build. And I think the point is to, like, save the human race. You're on this alien planet in your little space suit, and you find all these weird alien stuff, but it's very, very, like, you have to make the base self-sufficient. So by finding all this stuff on the alien planet, you have to make your base self-sufficient. So, like, powering everything, you have to... It's a nightmare. Like, one thing runs out of power, and then it sends, like, a chain reaction, and then everything runs out of power. So you have to, like, really get everything automated. You should see, Raph is in charge of this stuff. I'm mostly in charge of, like, gathering materials and crafting, and he's in charge of building. Sometimes I go over and he's built a whole new town, essentially, of like mining. So if you have to mine all the resources you need, you have to kill stuff for the resources you need, and you find all these alien artifacts. It's really fun. But the best part of the game.
Let's go. I want to hear. I am intrigued. Go on, guess part.
So there's these big horrible fucking spiders, right?
Right.
And there's an arachnophobia mode.
Oh, God.
And we happen to have built our base on top of, like, a spider cave, right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
And you can kind of hear them squiggling around a bit sometimes. You turn the arachnophobia mode on, all the spiders turn into cats. But, like, the weirdest, like, Nyan cat looking things ever, like the cartooniest cats with the big anime eyes.
Yeah.
And they make the funniest sounds. So now when we're in our base, we can just constantly hear, like, meow, 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 meow under the base. It's so good. And there's all different types of cats for, like, to show the different types of spiders. And you can hardly tell when you're hitting them because the hitbox is so wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Versus what the spider would be like. So half the time you can't even tell if it's dead. And then you think it's dead, you walk up to it and it's like, meow, and it starts attacking you again. That's the best part of the game, is the hilarious cats. And the default spiders are a ginger cat. It's great.
So basically you just want to recreate real life and have the meows.
Yeah. So that's why I love it.
Sounds really. To be fair, it does sound fun, and to be fair, the reviews, like, everyone's been. I feel like a lot of people have talked about that, and I don't know. I would get into a base, but I don't know. My brain's been kind of like I shut off recently, so I need.
It's a
more.
lot, especially by yourself. By yourself, it's a lot. Like, we've at least, like, assigned each other kind of roles, because especially at that time in the evening, I can't be bothered to be building all these different machines that connect to each other and power them all. And no.
Has it got online co-op then?
Yeah. Is it
cool.
to 4? I think it's 4.
Oh, yeah, cool. It's done. Yeah.
Maybe it's more than that. It could be.
It could be. And then, so you've been absolutely no life in that. Is that going to say, is that the only game you've been playing recently?
Pretty much. Like, I shouldn't even be playing that, honestly. I shouldn't even be playing that. Like, I'm talking games that I play outside of content creation here.
Oh, right.
Like, obviously, I've been playing a lot of VR games, but
yeah.
I've been playing them for content.
Yeah, you've been playing Satisfactory for pleasure.
for a little bit of a chill in the evening
Yeah.
before bed. Yeah, but I shouldn't even be playing that really. Like I shouldn't. I don't have time, but I have a few hours in the evening.
No, I think I agree. I also do think though that the funny thing is about content creation, because obviously you're talking about video games all day, you're kind of doing video games, but then when you want to get down to it as well, I need video games to unwind as well. So it's kind of weird. So
exactly.
It's picking and choosing.
Games.
Yeah, it's picking and choosing what you want to put content into, because obviously you don't want to ruin something as well. Like, you don't want to ruin a game that like you were kind of looking forward to, but you need to make content on it. Yeah. So I understand completely having a game to games get away from games.
Normal gaming feels completely different to VR gaming for me now. Yes. Like VR gaming feels like work, and that sounds really bad, but like because most of the time it is the work. I think that's normal games are fine.
Yeah, because I think it's striking that balance though, isn't it? Of like you want to have like, and in fact you don't really stream like normal games anymore, do you?
Not
like,
so much, no. I used to. Yeah. I should have a day where I do normal games, but if I stream a normal game, the entire chat is just when are you playing Beat Saber, when are you playing Beat Saber, when are you playing Beat Saber. So I've just accepted that I'm gonna just stream Beat Saber once a week and just make content. I'm not a streamer. No,
well, you are. I feel like I've
seen you stream once a week.
Yeah,
my streams are really good.
Yeah,
I gotta say, my streams are really well made, but I'm not a streamer.
No,
I can't do it. I'm not about that life. I can't stream every day. I used to, which is why I hate it now.
Would you want to do streams again? Would you want to do normal game streams?
I think maybe, but again, it would literally be once a week. It would be one day for VR stream and one day for normal game stream. And you know when I might start doing that?
When you gonna start doing that?
When Enjoy comes out.
Enjoy. Oh yes, Enjoy. Oh yeah, you've.
I'm so excited.
I still can't believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna put the title of the game up, the cover of the game up, just to apparently.
It's Enjoy.
Yeah, apparently that's how you pronounce it. Is Enjoy, which I've not actually got it up with me, but I remember it does not what you say. It's Enjoy.
Yeah, it's because it's Korean, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is. So it's Korean Sims is what I've got from.
Yeah, but like it also has the free roaming aspect as well. It's like when I was like roaming around on the beach area, like it kind of gave me like GTA vibes.
That's good. See, that's what I mean. It does sound cool, but I don't know. I've never been a Sims or that kind of guy. Like the closest I've got to it, which I used to play on the PS2, was the Herbs, which is like the Sims Herbs, which was the.
I don't know.
It was the one that Black Eyed Peas were in. The Black Eyed Peas. Yeah. So the intro was amazing. The intro was "Let's Get It Started," but it was in Simlish.
Oh my god, so that's like, amazing! Stop.
It was like that.
That's great. I'm gonna look this up after. Just to listen to
it was
this
the Herbs Sims. It was like very orange, very grunge. It's very. You know why I love it so much? It's so 2000s. It's the most 2000 things I've ever seen. I even think I fancied the girl on the cover because she was like so 2000s. I loved it. It was so funny. I know, absolute nerd. Oh, that's probably the reason I bought it. It was like back in the day when Game Station had like 4 for $20, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna probably pick up the Herbs Sims.
Yeah. If only.
If only now. Those honestly, kids that you say about being born 10 years later, you did not get the game and the Game Station deals that we did, which were you could go in with a tenner. You generally could go in with a tenner, and there was a deal at Game Station, free for £10, free games. For £10. They were older, don't get me wrong, but these were like some of the best games ever, like genuinely.
I used to go to cash converters with £5, just a £5 note. And I sometimes I'd even get 2 games for that. Yeah. Sometimes only 1. But I remember I got the original Spyro on PS1 for £5.
There you go. See, that is exactly what you need. And to be fair, I say that, there's still places like CX where you might find a deal now, maybe, but nothing compared to that.
This is why my brain's broken when it comes to money. Someone tells me a game's £60 and I'm like, absolutely not. No. I'm going to go beg the developer to send me a kitty. And if I don't get one, it's tough shit, isn't it?
That is true. But, so I was going to say, so what have I been playing? I have been playing 2 games, which I've already mentioned one of them, which is Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I will discuss a little more. That game, if you have a PS5 or a PC, genuinely, please play it on the PS5. There's a really cool thing with the controller. So if you didn't play Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 2 has a radio that you pick up in the game, and this radio plays static when you're near enemies.
Ooh, and it comes out the controller.
But it comes out of the controller when you have it, and it's
now
really...
I'm glad I have a PS5 key.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's really cool. Like, I genuinely love it, and the thing is, it adds to the atmosphere so much because it sounds like I've actually got a radio, like attached to me, kind of thing. I know it's a little silly thing like that, but it adds to the immersion. And honestly, like, I've not even got to the first boss of the game yet. But it's so good. Like, the atmosphere is fantastic. The fog, like, I love everything about Silent Hill. To me is just so goddamn good. Like, it's just like the fog, the soundtrack, the enemies. Like, so if you didn't know about Silent Hill 2, I don't know. The thing is, though, you don't know anything about it, do you?
Not really, no.
I kind of want you to go in blind about it, but basically, TLDR, this guy James Sunderland gets a note from his wife that says you need to like, you never took me to our special place. Well, I'm meeting you there in Silent Hill. Issue is, she's been dead for 3 years. So who sent the letter? Why is there a letter been sent? And as you make your way into Silent Hill, you meet some other troubled individuals, and basically you kind of unravel the mystery of why you've been sent this letter. And that's all I'm going to say, because that is like the whole point in the game is that you unravel this mystery. But it's so good, and the characters are just like, for a game that came out in 2001, obviously this is the remake. For a game that came out in 2001, the stuff it discusses in it, I think is so... Some of it is, I feel like, very interesting for now, and like some of the game mechanics and stuff. So there's another cool thing where the enemies start to take on, like, they look different as you go throughout the game, like the more you uncover, which is really cool. Again, I'm not going to say too much because it just really is a cool game. It's creepy. It's even like, it's weird to say, but it's fun because it's miserable. Do you know what I mean? The puzzles are really good. Like, there's great puzzles, like Resident Evil puzzles. But yeah, I highly recommend that. I've still not played as much as it because when I'm playing it as well, I want to concentrate.
Exactly. I love puzzles, but I hate streaming games with puzzles.
Yes.
Because I can't concentrate on them.
I know exactly what you mean. It's because you want to, like...
I can't enjoy them.
No, because you just want to think. You actually want to be silent and think, but you need to still be entertaining at that point. Yeah. So you need to keep going. No. So, and then the other end of the spectrum, as a palate cleanser and easier to play, I've been playing a lot of Zenless Zone Zero recently because the fourth chapter came out.
How have I not played this?
It's honestly, oh my god, like, don't get into it because it's... It's just...
what is it? What actually is it?
So it's from the same people who made Genshin Impact, which might turn some people off already. So it is a gacha game. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a gacha game. There is essentially gambling mechanics in the game because a lot of people don't, like, kind of try and shy away with it. It is gambling at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? Like, there is a gambling element in the game, like a loot box or anything else. And I do think you should mention that to people because it can be addictive. And so if you do, genuinely, if you do have a gambling problem or anything like that, like, not in a negative way, don't play it because you generally, like, it's not even, because they actually do give you a lot of, like, stuff to actually, they give you enough of the premium currency that you actually need to get the characters. They do actually give you quite a lot of it. But you will. But you are. I have felt encouraged to spend money to get the characters because I have spent money in the game to get the characters and to do the season pass and stuff. But I really enjoy it. The combat is very fun. It's It's basically you choose 3 agents who are all very cool, attractive anime people. Like, there's
they always look so cool.
It does. And like the animations in the actual trailers and stuff are so cool. I recently sent Tiggs who actually, I'm very happy to tell this. So just before we got on today, I was playing the game. And a new character came out, which is the trailer that got recently announced, which I sent over to you, which was Bernice. And she is just, I fucking love her.
She's so cute.
It is. It's
so
like,
cute.
she's like the very just like moe, just kind of like really happy, but like also a psychopath. Like she gives Harley Quinn vibes a bit and stuff. Like big fan of the crazy. But she came out today. I've actually pulled her already, which was nice. I pulled her in.
Pulled her.
I know that's what you call it. I know it sounds wrong, but that's what you do. You pull them. You pull them like a slot machine. That's what. Yeah, I pulled her today. Yeah. I'm living in a fantasy world. It's fine. But
it's my girlfriend.
My girlfriend. My waifu. I have my waifu. But I pulled her today, which was very cool. And basically the new season came out because I blitzed the game when it first came out in July. There were 3 chapters then, and it's not a story that's going to blow you away. It's literally like a standard anime story as well. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing impressive, but the combat is fun. It has an arcade element as well, where you play like different games. Like one of them is literally just Vampire Survivors, which I love Vampire Survivors.
I love games like that though.
That's what I mean. There's
I have
so
games
much
like that on my phone when I'm traveling.
That's what I mean. And you can play it on mobile as well. My mobile can't run it because it literally would just like fry it. But you can play it on mobile.
What mobile do you have?
What?
What mobile do you have?
Samsung 22 Plus, 23 Plus, 22 Plus.
Why would it? What?
It just doesn't run well. And maybe because I've got like a lot of, it just doesn't run well. So I don't know what.
That's a good phone.
I don't know. Maybe you need a better phone. It says mobile, but maybe not. But I play it on my PS5, that's why. But it's really just fun, and it's great to turn my brain off with. I just play it. I have a YouTube video on. I just play it. You know what I mean? I watch a YouTube video, I play that game, and it lets me de-stress and like kind of switch my brain off and just look at the pretty particles, the pretty waifus, and just kill a few enemies. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of fun, and I really like it. And I don't recommend anyone getting it though.
This is why you have no money.
This is why I have no money. No, it's face. It's fine. It's fine. We're winning. We're up. I've got Bernice. It's fine. We're all good.
They need to make a Beat Saber map for that song.
Yes. Honestly,
I could just AI map it. But the AI map is not great. But I could AI map it for now, just on the first one.
I feel like that video is going to go viral, because I've already been seeing the stuff, because it's got so many dance moves in it as well. Like, there's references to the dog meme, there's voguing in it, like, there's
It very much looks like a TikTok trend.
It does. It's like got the chicken dance in, it's got the Night of the Roxbury reference. It's got so many references in it, and I think it's just one of them that is going to be like, because it's a fun video as well. Like the song's really catchy as well. The Bernice. I
know. I couldn't tell what she was saying at first, and then I looked at the title and I was like, oh. Yeah,
she's saying her name. But yeah, it's I very much like it. I don't recommend it, but it is if you do want to get into it. Even if you know you won't be pulled in by the gambling elements of it. This is the thing, it's free to entry. It is a free game to download. You do not need to pay for it. You do not need any of that. And it actually has probably about 80 hours worth of content without paying a dime. So it's up to you.
See, I know I'd like it, but I don't have the time.
Yeah, that's it. You generally will feel like you need to check in every day. That's the thing as well. Like you feel like you need to check in, because you get bonuses for checking in and stuff. So if you want a new casual game on the side where you just have to, like, you can spend like an hour a day playing and like just switch your brain off and do that kind of thing, I absolutely recommend Zenless Zone Zero. But apart from that, save yourself and your wallet this Christmas season.
And buy a Quest.
And buy a Quest. And buy a Quest. That is not sponsored by Quest, but maybe. But we have
an affiliate code, so
we do have an affiliate code. Use affiliate code.
To be fair, I never push affiliate codes ever. Like, I only will ever do it if it's a decent discount. Like, I don't do long form, do I? So I've got nowhere to put links, really.
That's true.
The only time I'll ever do it is if it's genuinely getting them a good discount, and this is. So, okay, well, I'll tell people about it then, I guess.
There you go. Well, to be fair, as we say that, we have just hit the 2 hour mark. So,
that's crazy. It went by so fast.
I know, it really did. I had a really good time as well. I got to say, if anyone has actually watched us both as well and you have enjoyed the content today, please feel free to subscribe to Tig's channel. I'm sure my channel will be tagged in the description as well.
Of course it will.
Exactly.
I'll put it right at the top. Everybody go check out The Ugly Bartender.
Exactly. I think you actually can
He's
put it in
new to this, even though you
am.
wouldn't think it, because look how good his VTuber model is. Like, he's try-harding, honestly.
I do try hard, but that's the problem. I think you actually put my name in the title now as well, you know. You can actually put with you do the video with. It's pretty cool.
Oh, like you could, what, like, and actually tag them?
Yeah, like at The Ugly Bartender, you can do that kind of stuff.
That's good. That's good.
Cool. So we can do that. Again, if you have any topics for us, or you want to discuss anything, we're more than happy to do. And we're going to try and do this every week, kind of thing. And hopefully, if you guys like it, we do more stuff. Which hopefully,
I'm excited for the Halloween one.
I'm excited for the Halloween one. The Halloween one, we've got something cool planned. So we'll be filming that next week, and I imagine it will either be released on Halloween or close to Halloween. But we will see.
Yeah.
Again,
because I am not here for Halloween.
You are not, but you will have. But actually, the video will probably have to be sent to you before then, so we can actually schedule it for Halloween. It will be probably coming out on Halloween or near Halloween. But
we'll pretend I'm here for Halloween.
We'll pretend you're here, like the beauty of imagination.
You know, I don't remember the last time I've been to a Halloween party. I'm always away.
Yeah,
it's really sad.
It's my favorite thing.
Someone invite me to a Halloween party, please. Thanks.
But make sure I get paid for it as well. I want to get paid for being there.
I just want to dress up.
No, it's true. I do love a dress up. Right. Well, I think that we should call it then. Again, Tiggy, thank you so much for joining our first podcast. I really enjoyed this. I hope everyone else did. And yeah.
I mean, thank you for organising it, because God knows I wouldn't have.
We complete each other, both chaos and slightly less chaos.
You mean chaos and hyperfixation?
That is it. Which one are we? Depends on the day.
Yeah, true. Depends how I'm feeling.
It is. Again, thank you very much for watching today, and I'm guessing we'll play the outro now.